There is new information tonight about a deadly shooting at a Maryland high school today. A 16-year-old boy is under arrest for shooting and killing a classmate at Joppatowne High School in Harford County. Deputies identified the victim as 15-year-old Warren Curtis Grant. They say a classmate shot Grant in a school restroom following a fight. We also learned today was the accused shooter's first day at that school.
One of the kids said they didn't have to do that. That was my best friend. They shouldn't have to do that. It was really bad. This is one day I never thought in my life that I would see this happen.
Deputies arrested the suspected shooter off campus at a nearby apartment complex. They have not yet recovered a weapon. They have charged him as an adult. No one else.
So there he is. There he is. You guys probably heard about this. I've been waiting on this information all day. One student dead after shooting in a Maryland high school dispute, police say. Good day. My name is Franchot Pearson and welcome to Franchot Blue. It is September 7th of 2024, 12:45 in the a.m. Although this situation happened on September 6th of 2024. Again, I've been waiting on this information all day because I'm trying to put this thing together because you see, we didn't have a name of the person who did the shooting and we didn't have any reason. We just heard that someone was shot and I went back and forth. I'm like, well, I'll get a little bit more information later on. And yeah, we're here. And the name of the victim struck me. First of all, let me say my condolences to friends and family. An altercation in the bathroom. Person pulled out a gun, that is a 16-year-old put out a gun. 16-year-old student whom police identified as a shooter. He pulled out a gun and caught minutes later again and killed a 15-year-old. This is just a couple of days after the shooting they just had in the school. And I'm sure you as a parent saying, what is going on? So we have a student at a Maryland high school died after being shot by another student during an altercation. Now, the child's name, it really struck me. It really struck me. And remind me of several videos I did last year and even this year in relation to Donald J. Trump, believe it or not. So let me go forward first of all. They said the individual who did the shooting, he fled. Fled comes out to 81. Joe Biden just happened to be 81 years old. Is that coincidence? But check this out.
We hear about all too often in this country, and tragically, it happened here at home today. A student brought a gun to school, and tonight, the Joppatowne High School community left reeling after the fact that one of its own was killed in school. Investigators say a fight took place around lunchtime inside the first floor bathroom. WJZ still working to learn what exactly took place during that fight, but we know moments later a single gunshot was fired. Our team coverage tonight continues at 6 o'clock with WJZ investigator Mike.
All right, so they got that. Now let me go to this other one because I'm gonna break some stuff down to you. Watch this here. 15-year-old student dead, 16-year-old in custody. Sheriff frustrated with juvenile justice because there's a law out about not talking to youth. I want to know what your opinion is.
15-year-old student is dead and a 16-year-old is in custody accused of shooting him inside of Joppatowne High School bathroom. The sheriff is criticizing Maryland's juvenile justice laws, especially the Child Interrogation Protection Act.
I hope my frustration is clear that this legislature has handcuffed police. There are families of every other student in that school and the parents of the shooter who have a right to know why we all stand here today and why there's a person who has been shot in one of our schools, and we are not allowed to ask the person who committed that act because of this crazy legislature we have in this state.
Good.
Now, if you notice, when they start this thing out, they got it in red and black. Red and black means sacrifice. And there is a doctor with a bow tie. When he first starts out, I'm looking at his hands. Do you think that's pyramid? Anywhere from a fashion, like Masonic. Do you think that is? Thought I'd throw that out there. But what really got me, again, is the person's name. I'm gonna throw that at you in a minute. It's Warren Curtis Grant. Warren Curtis Grant, that's the victim. My condolences. Now check this out. I want you to see this lady here. This lady was talking. Watch this here.
School. Still you can say, Mom, I'm going to die. Or I'm going there, but it's not safe. Are we gonna be doing homeschool?
Now that's a bus driver. But look at what she got on. Look at what she got on, y'all. That's a pumpkin. You know what that is, right? From a spider. She got on a Halloween outfit, y'all. You got the purple in there. I'm baffled because it's like it's September, but Halloween is not till the 31st. I guess it is seasonal, but I don't know. Let's just go with this here. Halloween comes out to 95. Okay? Now watch this. The 95th day of the year, in normal is April 5th. Who's April 5th, the 45th president? That would be Trump. On a leap year, that'd be 95, so that'd be 46, that'd be Biden. Plus 46 means death or destruction. You see how I got that? All starting from here. Is this a clue? I teach the 5 C's, clues, codes, colors. The confirmation, time, and conclusion. Wow. She's 7 weeks early for Halloween. Why she got that on? Just asking. But check this out. Joppatowne is the place where it took place. Joppatowne comes out to 45 twice, reduction and reverse reduction. Now do you understand why I say it might have a Trump connection? There was a shooting. I've probably done about 20 videos so far in relation to the possibility of Donald J. Trump being shot. A shooting comes out to 45. Joppatowne comes out to 45. Wait till we go over this, the victim's name, though. Now, there's a law. Listen to it again. I want you to hear this. Law enforcement was frustrated about. Listen.
I hope my frustration is clear that this legislature has handcuffed police. There are families of every other student in that school and the parents of the shooter who have a right to know why we all stand here today and why there's a person who has been shot in one of our schools, and we are not allowed to ask the person who committed that act because of this crazy legislature we have in this state.
Now, what is that crazy legislation he's talking about? It's called the Child Interrogation Protection Act. This came out October 1st in Maryland of 2022. After years of advocacy, the Child Interrogation Protection Act, just like it sounds, passed in 2022 and will go into effect. It went into effect. This past legislation session, the ACLU of Maryland and our partners urged lawmakers to pass laws that will advance race equality and civil liberties. On October 1st, several new laws are taking effect in Maryland. The community, our partners, and ACLU are proud to say we work diligently on legislation ranging from community reparations for radically biased marijuana, enforcement to police, accountability to child's rights, and we made significant strides this year. Now, here's the heart of the matter. The Child Interrogation Protection Act is one of the laws going into effect. It will require an attorney be consulted when a child is taken into custody. Again, it will require an attorney be consulted when a child is taken into custody. This bill also ensures that parents, guardians will be notified if their child is taken into custody. Finally, the bill establishes a rebuttal presumption that a statement made by a child during a custodial interrogation is inadmissible if a law enforcement officer willfully failed to comply with the bill's requirements. People, what do you think? I remember when I first heard about this. You know, there are so many cases in the past in America, and I'm sure throughout the world, where a child can be intimidated. Not directly, but just the fact that they're alone. And let's say they got the wrong person, but they wind up confessing or whatever. I think it's a good thing. I think a parent should be there, and I think that a lawyer should be there. And you go from there. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think, all right? I was in a situation a few times in my early years. I can remember when I was 13 and a little boy we used to play with, somebody allegedly fondled him. And I was part of the group that was there, having fun, playing tag, you know, little things that, you know, we kids do. And next thing I know, the police was at my door. My mom was there. My mom answered the door. And they asked me a lot of questions in relation to possibly fondling this other child. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know too much about sex at 13. I just didn't. I mean, I was in church, basically. At 13, I was in our church all the time. So for me to wrap my mind around it was really hard, as my mom tried to explain it to me. I'm reflecting on something over 50 years ago, but I remember it as if it was yesterday, is what I'm saying. You just don't know what your child go wind up being questioned about, is what I'm saying. And that lingered with me for a long time, because the mother then did point out me and a few other children that we had to mess with her child because the child said so. And I was just floored, like, I don't ever want to go outside again, right? That could happen. So, man, I'm reflecting on that situation. I remember as if it was yesterday, because just imagine me. I'm a shorty. I'm a little bitty kid at 13. I wasn't that tall. And I'm looking up at this law enforcement at the door. And they inside my home, right, with my mama. And I'm thinking, man, I'm about to go to jail. For what? I didn't know. So when my mother explained to me, I'm like, we never touched him down there. We were just playing tag. I think we were playing flag football, whatever it was. But anyway, tell me what you think about this Child Interrogation Protection Act. Has your child ever been in a situation where you were like, man, I wish I was there? I think a parent naturally want to be there. What the age limit is, I don't know. But a 16-year-old, right now we got a 14-year-old who allegedly murdered 4 people 2 days ago. He'll be charged as an adult. do you think it's the right to question a child before a lawyer's there? All right, let's go forward. Now, I told you that the guy's name was Warren Curtis Grant. That's the child that got killed. Well, we had a Ulysses Grant back in the day as a president. And we also had a Warren Harding. And again, the child's name who died was Warren Curtis Grant. Ulysses Grant was an American military officer and politician who served as the 18th president of the United States from 1869 to 1877. He died on July 23rd, 1885 from throat cancer due to summer heat. The body was embalmed immediately and placed in a temporary glass coffin. But let me throw some things at you. This is Grant. There he is. Military officer, politician, 18th president. Now what we got? 723. July 23rd, 1885. That's when he died. Check this out. When you take July 23rd and make it 2024, that'll be a celebration of his birthday, just passed, right? Subtracted from the situation that just happened last 24 hours, 9/6/2024, the difference is 45, people. It's 45 days different. Trump is the 45th president. Isn't that something? Just like right here. Joppatowne is 45. Trump is the 45th president. See why I'm thinking like this? Now look at Warren G. Harding. Warren G. Harding was the 29th president of the United States from 1921 to 1923. Now, with Harding, he died in office. Sparked rumors of murder and suicide. The commander-in-chief's unexpected death in office 100 years ago fueled decades of conspiracy theories, but was most likely the result of a heart attack, they say. When President G. Warren Harding died suddenly on August 2nd, 1923, the nation was shocked and baffled. Not only was the handsome, popular president relatively young at age 57, but to general public, he appeared far more fit than many of his predecessors. Now let me throw this at you. I want you guys to look at this. And I look at this in relation to Donald Trump. Okay? Watch this here. He had a few things about him. He pushed normalcy. Trump is saying, make America great again. Now, Warren Harding, before his nomination, Warren G. Harding declared, America's present need is not heroics, but healing, not nostrums, but normalcy. And I've utilized him before. Normalcy, like, to me, is like make America great again. That's just how I see it. There's a 48. It's a 40, I forgot what it was, but there was a 48 thing difference between one of these presidents too, but be that as it may. Let's look at this here. This guy, 11-2. What did he do? Born November 2nd. That was Harding. So, birth date 11-2, 2024, celebrated his birthday, versus last 24 hours, 9/6. The difference is 8 weeks and 1 day. 8 weeks and 1 day. Just interesting, people. And this guy, again, to me, remind me a lot of Trump. He remind me a lot of Trump. His saying what he wanted. He wanted to bring America back. What do you think? Restoration, adjustment, serenity, healing, normalcy. He wanted to make America great. Interesting, right? Let's go here. Maryland. This shooting happened in Maryland. Maryland became a part of the Constitution April 28, 1788. Take April 28, 2025, birthday coming up next year, versus today's incident, 9/6. The difference is 333. Wow. Masonic. Then you got this here. Trump was born June 14th, 1946. Take June 14th, 2024, he just had a birthday. Subtracted from today, 9/6. The difference is 84 days. Barack Obama was born August 4th. Is that coincidence? And last but not least, here is the mayor of Maryland. I actually saw him at the DNC 2 weeks ago when he was here in Chicago. Yep, Brandon Scott. Brandon Scott, born April 8th. There it is, April 8th. April 8th, 1884. Watch this here. Take April 8th of 2024, just had a birthday, versus the 24-hour period of 9/6. 9/6. The difference is what? 4 months and 4 weeks and 1 day. 44th president was Barack Obama. Is that coincidence? But the thing I'm looking at is this. He's the mayor. And look at the birthday, 4/8. What happened on April 8th? That was a day of the eclipse. What happens when you're on April 8th? That was an X. Trump was X'd on July 13th. It's deep, dog. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Let me look at something here. Let me see if that's a tie-in. Might not be. Let's see. It might be. Might not be. So 9/6, Trump's birthday, 7/24. See if there's anything for 2023. Interesting. Not really. All right, people. Well, there you go. It's 44 weeks. So if you take the incident, subtracted from 7/13, my mind all over the place right about now. 7/13, was that Scott? I forgot. It might have been Scott. Oh, 7/13 was the day that Trump got shot. So yeah, we back in the game. Yesterday's shooting was on 9/6. Trump was shot on 7/13. The anniversary be it on 2025. Different be 44 weeks. Barack Obama, 44th president. But people, what do you think? Are there a lot of incidents happening? I know I'm showing a lot where the names are showing presidents, and the presidents have similar significance. We have Warren G. Harding as one. Interesting, right? Warren G. Harding. And he had a sudden death. And I'm predicting that's what's going to happen to Trump. And then you also have Grant. Ulysses S. Grant. And what about this law? What do you think? Tell me what you think as a parent. Or even as a police officer, what do you think? Had you heard about this? Child Interrogation Protection Act. I think it's a good thing because it's easier to intimidate. Just having an officer there. You just never know what a person might say the wrong thing. You never know. So yeah, you gotta, I think, console kids, because again, there might be a situation where they had nothing to do with it. They might have had all similar clothes, or they might look like a person, and then they just feel intimidated, and there's no person who's more older to witness it. So I think it's a good law. What do you think, people? I'm French Shot Pearson. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe. God bless.